Sup YouTube, this is Flacy from Gaming Unscripted, and I am giving you some commentary on the long and awaited Battlefield 4 gameplay that was released on E3 by DICE. And this is the map called Siege of Shanghai, and we're just going to have a wee look, in-depth look. I'm going to pause at certain parts of the video and commentate on it. Now you can see the size of the map in this first still point here. There's no restrictions in the mini-map as we see. And you can see the optics on your gun straight away. You have the dual optics similar to Modern Warfare 3, where you can flip in and out of ACOG or dot sight. Straight away you can see the size of the map, suited for 64, and this still here, I'm just pausing it so you can see the amount of debris lying on the ground and the flame wreckage already in game. So we're hoping Battlefield 4 brings in what Battlefield Bad Company 2 had, indestructible content everywhere to make the gameplay more realistic. Now this respawn point at the start of the game seems to be, it could be randomly generated, it could be fixed, we're not sure as of yet, but it may vary depending to try and stop spawn trapping, etc. Now you can see at the bottom left here we have the 5-player squad. This is new to Battlefield. May it be incorporate the new 64 players, may it be incorporate something else, we're just not sure at the moment. You can see straight away off the bat the action is going crazy, and I'm pausing here to show you the more destructible content and the graphics. Just the graphics have been upped so much since Battlefield 3. You can see the destructible content falling apart right in front of you, and the debris actually blinds him slightly and puts it in a daze, similar to the gunshot fire in Battlefield 3 when it was going past your head. You can see how closely the team is working together to get the objective and how close they're staying even in the squad. You can see that DICE is really pushing the teamwork and working together, unlike every other game that we're seeing online where you're working solo. But with 64 players, the 5-player squad is going to make such a difference. As well, 4 players hardly make a dent in even the 64 players. And you can see straight away he's just using the underbarrel to take down that pillar there to get to the tank. Now don't worry people, I'll just pause here, don't worry about the power of the underbarrel. In Battlefield Bad Company 2, if anybody's played it, they know the gun, the underbarrel grenade launcher is underpowered when killing, but not overpowered, accurately powered for blowing up buildings and vehicles and all that sort of crap. Now I'm just going to pause you at this hand signal here. We're unsure as what this is, but he is calling out an order. I'm not sure if it's attack order he's going to be pressing on the arrow keys, or if it's a marked signal. Even if it's just a hand signal, it's just bringing in more realism to the game for spotting. Spotting wasn't really, well, for me it wasn't really a big part of the game as I played hardcore, and spotting had little to no effect on the gameplay. But even to bring the realism into the game, it's good to have the hand gestures just to show what he's doing in game. Now you can see this is the first sight we get of the jet skis here, and they're pretty much destroyed on sight, similar to the motorcycles brought into the DLC in Battlefield 3. Quick way to get around, good mobility, but not obviously reinforced like some of your other vehicles that we're using. But this is interesting, you can actually exit from the boat onto the back of the boat to get onto a jet ski to escape. And I think this was put in to try and encourage a bit more boat warfare, because Battlefield 3 did have good, I'm not going to say good, they had okay emplacement put in for boat respawn and all that, but there was no really warfare on them. It was literally get on a boat, get to the shore, and that was the end of the boat. They were crashed on site and not used for any kills, and it was rare any kills were ever got with them. As we're moving, the elevator here, I'm just pausing to show you the button. He actually has to hit the button to get up the lift, which again, putting in more realistic terms, and we have to wonder why did they put this in, or what benefits it will have, or if it'll help us, or It's hard to know if it's going to be a quick way, obviously, to the top of these skyscrapers. If they're going to be putting in large buildings, it's definitely good they put it in, but it's hard to know if it's safe to be going to be using them since Levolution's been put in. These buildings are going to be tucked down, or if they're going to be still standing when you're in the lift, and what happens to you when you're in the lift. You can see the building is literally falling apart around them. The graphics and the texture has been upped so much. And you can see he's using the airstrike now. On this, he's using the tablet as a third party user to pick where to put the airstrike and what airstrike to use. It's hard to know what tablets will be incorporated and which ones won't be, or if all will be incorporated, Android and Apple. It's just hard to know. We're just going to have to wait and see how it plays out. But what we can say is, if this works, this is going to be a serious treat for the gamer, as it brings in more use of a different gaming console. Well, I don't know if you call it tablet console now, but I know I use mine just as much as I use my Vita. You can see still how the team is stuck so well together and how well they're working together. They're really pushing the squad working together. Out of the 64 players, I think that's going to be a real importance to the game. Trying to get everyone to stick together and play together. It's going to be difficult, but it's not going to be impossible. And you can see the rumble of the building, and you can see they're diving out here now to escape it. If anyone's played Battlefield Bad Company 2, they're used to doing this. They're used to seeing the wobble and jumping. Now I'm just going to show you here, after that building went down, the flag was in that, the middle flag, and you can see over the mini-map, that flag has disappeared off the map. That is no longer capturable. It's no longer on the map. Very well done. If this is the case for all these skyscrapers, this is going to be really different compared to Battlefield 3, as the destructible content did go down slightly. I'm just going to pause here and show how much damage that building will do when it falls and when it hits the ground. It will completely reshape the entire map. I know Battlefield Bad Company 2 did have buildings collapsing, and they did fall in a certain way, and that was the only way they fell, but it's hard to know if they're going to sway one way, like sway to the right or sway to the left. People learn this and learned how to avoid it a bit better. But there's a lot of new stuff coming up. I'm just going to show you here, this is actually the first counter attack on the knife, so I just thought I'd put that in at the end. Hope you enjoyed the video, and remember to subscribe and check out the rest of our videos. This is Flacy signing out from Gaming Unscripted. Thanks for watching.